Welcome back. New York Judge Juan Merchan refused to talk to President-elect Donald Trump's conviction in his criminal hush money case in New York, ruling late Monday evening. Trump's legal team had previously filed a motion to dismiss the conviction after the United States Supreme Court ruled that presidents enjoy a broad immunity for official acts. But Trump's team jumped on a crucial aspect of the SCOTUS ruling, citing that the U.S. Supreme Court prohibited prosecutors from introducing evidence involving a president's official acts, even in a case about private misconduct. Trump argued that testimony specifically from former White House official Hope Hicks violated this specific aspect of the SCOTUS ruling. President Donald Trump blasted the decision from Merchan on Truth Social, writing, quote, "In a completely illegal, psychotic order, the deeply conflicted, corrupt, biased, and incompetent acting justice Juan Merchan has completely disrespected the United States Supreme Court and its historic decision on immunity." But it's not just those who love and support Trump who find this action by Merchan to be a legalistic joke. Even District Attorney Alvin Bragg's former colleague and now CNN legal analyst Ellie Honig had this to say.
I need to call this out. We collectively, prosecutors, are pushing the boundaries of due process here. The general back and forth in the courtroom today was the defense lawyers saying, Your Honor, please tell the jury specifically what the other crime is, right? Prosecutors have to prove falsified records for another crime. Defense lawyers were begging him. They have to know what the other crime is. And prosecutors were saying, no, let's keep it very vague and general. It's a bizarro world. I know that there is some aggressive reading of the New York statute that says, well, the jury doesn't really have to know what the other crime is. But to me, that suggests that the DA's office is hell-bent on getting the conviction now and worry about the fallout.
You need a reminder, of course, a New York jury found President Donald Trump guilty of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg combined 2 misdemeanors whose statute of limitations had each expired, and the first of which had already been investigated by not only his predecessor, but also the FEC, to concoct a felony whose underlying crime has still not been revealed in a venue where 87% of the jury pool voted against the defendant. Seems fair and not totally confusing at all. But joining us now to shed some more light on this is Paul Kamenar, the counsel for the National Legal and Policy Center. Paul, you and I have spoken about this multiple times, about the legitimacy and the merit of the Trump legal team's argument to dismiss the conviction on the basis of the U.S. Supreme Court's presidential immunity ruling. Was Merchan's ruling denying the Trump legal team's request to do this, was that surprising, though? Why don't you break that down for us?
Surprising, because, of course, Merchan had it in for Donald Trump from the beginning. Keep in mind that this is the same judge who gave campaign contributions to Joe Biden, whose daughter worked on a DNC advisory type fundraising type committee, making millions of dollars. So he was clearly conflicted from the get-go. So this wasn't surprising. He does go through the Supreme Court decision, and he tries to look at the parts that deal with the main charge that the Trump attorneys make, namely that Hope Hicks' testimony should not have been allowed to be at the trial. To be sure, her testimony was introduced before the immunity ruling came out. But now that the immunity ruling did come out, through the lens of that decision, it was clear to the Trump's attorney that, wait a minute, if Trump's conduct while he was in office is subject to immunity, his discussions with Hope Hicks would be covered by that. At least there'd be a presumptive category of presidential immunity. Well, Merchan was hearing none of it. He basically broke down Hope Hicks' testimony into 4 discrete areas.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.